So, like I said, well, the thing about jump and the reason why we do it this way is jump returns a bull. Okay, a bull, which sucks because a bull's junk for mood direction because you can't convert a bull to anything besides a true and false statement. So it sucks. So we do move.y and there's the gravity part, but the move.y is controlled by our variable for jump speed. So whenever we jump, we take movement.y and equal it to the jump speed. That way the controller doesn't care which direction, up, down, left, right, and everything else. It'll do it. It's not dependent on gravity until it gets to here. Okay? But this function only is grounded. This stuff works when it's grounded. Because controller has a true false statement is grounded. It actually has a function in here that you see this collision flag stuff below. This is what I'm using to move the stuff, force impulse. But the thing about it is, um, controller has quite a few functions like controller, trying to type it, and then it's got several internal functions: attach rigid body, bounds, center, closest, collision flag, compare tag, detect collision, and then it should have one for is grounded. Yep, see, is grounded. Was the controller touching the ground during the last move? And we use variables like that because they're simple functions that's built right into it. So, it's kind of like really great for that. It's just the way it is for controller style. Now, we timed it by time.delta time. But see, if you didn't have this right here, it would just like move like crazy, insane fast, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it would probably do like crazy fast movement. I don't know why. Now, this weapon manager mobility, this is a function inside the weapon managing class. I am probably going to be removing this pretty quickly. I had it before for the running animation to control like true or false statements and things like that, which you can see our switch statement right here. Moving does not equal vector 3.0. If it equals vector 3.0, we tell the animation to, hey, quit playing run. If it's not, then it goes to this. It's true. When the run button's down. No big deal. And that's pretty much about this class right here. This is a mono call thing, just like update and stuff. So whenever the controller hits something, you have this parameter, and if it's a rigid body and it's not below it, it will do the add for stuff. It's pretty common for the stuff. It's so we can push rigid bodies like the little guy that you've seen. Not a big deal. But in our FPS weapon, this is not changed yet. I plan on changing it, yes, to a different class altogether. Now, the managing script has to be serializable, okay? And nothing changed except this. We get this in the start. And I renamed this, okay, to onStart weapons, so that way it's easier as a function to call it. Now, so it's like an onStart, like the start of a frame, but this is our custom start, so when we're in the player, we can do a simple function that, when you're doing weapon manager dot on start, and it requires your input, okay? Which is no big deal. You pass it in. If it's not null, we assign it. Okay, so we don't have to do no get component or nothing like that. Nothing stupid, you know. It's just one little call of null, and that's it. Very easy. And we do our loops, because remember, we do this several times because we're making use to the starts and everything. Now, in our on update weapons, this is called by the other script. Okay, the player script, the update, bam. So the beauty about this is this we can limit. Okay, if your player thing, if um the weapon class, like the FPS weapon, if we put the cluster lock to none where we can move around and everything, like our menu pops up, the beauty about doing it this way is this doesn't get called anymore. It gets stopped from our FPS weapon because it just returns. So anything below here doesn't ever get called right here. This update call never gets called. So we don't have to do any more checks right here whatsoever. Okay? Except for normal checks for a weapon. That's it. This hasn't changed because it's internally being called. Okay? And yeah, see this call mobility, taking a vector 3, it's passing it to the weapon for the animator, which, like I said, I'm probably going to be changing this real soon anyway. Now, in our weapon script, I haven't changed anything in here yet, but this class will be changing. I mean, it's pretty basic. Actually, I think I've got the melee thing working right now. You can actually do melee, but this class is going to be changing to a very, very easier class to manage. Well, not really easier class to manage, I shouldn't say, but something a little bit more serializable like we did our weapon object. Okay? Because I would do the same thing here. This, I don't want it to update itself. Okay? It's self-updating. So when I rewrite it and everything else, this will be a custom start, like the manager. Okay? The manager will actually be calling the start for the weapon. No more, or maybe I'll do it on enabled. But this start thing right here, no more. No more. No more. This update loop thing, this will no longer be called by the class itself. So if I cut this out and make its own update, I can cut this code out. I can cut a lot of code out. Like this code right here, I can delete. This code, I can delete. This code probably, I can delete. I can delete a lot of code out of this and make it a lot easier and a lot less. I mean, a lot of the stuff and the beauty about doing it this way is I can have the animations be called by the actual player script. So no more passing around so much information. Or no, the animation class can be derived right from the input system. So I just wanted to give you guys a little glimpse of what I've been working on, and I know it seems a little heavy on code for this episode, but it's going to be a lot better in the future. So, like, hit, subscribe if this interests you.